Okay. So let me just take in what happened there. I'm wearing a different shirt, by the way, because I had to take a break on the day I was recording first part of this, and I didn't come back until another day. So as I was playing, though, a couple days ago, that was a lot to take in. I broke the golden rule. And, well, actually, take a step back. I listened first to what the whispers were telling me. They told me to steal that thing from that sketchy guy. So I did. And the statues all came to life and started shooting at everyone, including me. So that was a little chaotic there for a second. But very interesting game mechanic. I think we're starting to learn sort of what we're doing here. Where we kind of find out about certain events that have happened in the city, and by doing certain things, breaking rules, stealing things, whatever, we can prevent things from happening, alter things from happening, fix things, you name it. So I guess it's pretty cool. I like the concept for this game. It kind of, I think kind of messes with my theory a little bit that I'm the person that breaks the golden rule. I already broke the golden rule. Old chest. Okay, that's not stealing, I guess. What's this say? Old scroll. An old scroll in which the author makes the case against the existence of the golden rule. Alright, what's it say? The Myth of the Golden Rule by Duratos the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for this city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching and deserving of our contempt. Well, I don't know. It feels like the rule is definitely in effect. Yeah, the whisper. I trust the whisper. I think how I'm going to play is I'm going to just do everything that the whisper tells me to do. What's this? Dooley's note. I did not do it. Dooley. Alright. Well, before I go talk to that guy, let's go to Lucretia.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus decius won't give it to me.
I got your resin. Here.
What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you. Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing, and at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
Okay. I'm a time traveler. Honestly, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. I heard she got sick earlier and went to find medicine. Let's see.
Look, if you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no matter. That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
Now, here's something I just thought of. So if I go back in time again, she's going to be dying again. So I'd have to come back here again to save her again. I keep hearing the statues whispering. Is that normal?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
Tell me more.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Yeah, go on.
He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off, and I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace. Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Let me know how you go.
Oh. Okay. She's all better.
Be careful who you trust.
Let's talk to Ulia.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
What happened to you?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Okay. I want to know how someone poisoned you without breaking the golden rule. Are you worried about the golden rule? Yeah, I want to know how someone poisoned you.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Is that who poisoned you?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
I can't help unless you tell me what happened.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
I've got all the time.
Right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
Why would he lend you so much money, thinking you'd be out of here before you ever had to pay back the loan? Yeah.
I'm not proud of it, but yes, I was surprised he agreed to it, to be honest. But I was so happy to have the money I didn't question it. I had to sign an agreement, saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia. and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
What's hemlock?
It's a deadly poison made from a plant. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Surely that would have broken the golden rule?
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing.
Oh, don't say something
hemlock.
corny. Wait, what? Oh, I see. She poisoned herself.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
I'm sorry to hear that. You're not exactly innocent. I'll say I'm sorry to hear that.
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
So what'll happen now?
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
Jeez. Alright, I'm sorry. Can I do anything to help?
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
I have a better idea. How much would it cost to buy your freedom?
A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night.
Who?
He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
Jeez, alright. Can I help him too?
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but thank you.
Well, I guess I gotta go save this guy now. Is there more to her?
Oh,
Her
it's
dialogue?
you again.
Let's see.
Is everything all right?
Sure.
You
What's your
mean
story?
My life story. Oh, well, I grew up as part of a big family in Rome. Me and 3 older sisters. Our father found good husbands for my sisters, but I wasn't cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while, until 7 months ago when the fires came. My colleagues and I worked desperately to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless and it claimed everything and everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember diving into the river, and then the next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here.
So a lot of them are talking about this fire and jumping into a river, and they just sort of wash up in this place. You sort of wonder if this is sort of like a hell or a purgatory. All right, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. But to be honest, sometimes I think dying in that fire might have been a blessing.
Jesus Christ.
Given what's happened since.
She's very depressing. All right. Yeah, I understand. Do you know a way out of here?
That's your idea of a joke. It's not funny.
Sorry.
Go away.
This is a little funny. Hold on, I'm not done with you.
I know what kind of person you are.
Oh,
Leave me alone.
my bad. Jeez, okay, you gotta be careful in this game.
May Apollo keep you safe.
You know what? Screw her. He watches through their eyes. She was very depressing, and you know, I just had a little joke. And she wasn't feeling it. Understandably so. I mean, she just tried to kill herself. Alright, a fountain producing fresh water, but where could the water be coming from? Good question, I guess. Alright. Seek a bow. Note from Navia. Locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. Navia. Old chest. Some arrows. Wait. Right. The bow. So, collecting my thoughts a little bit more too. There's multiple endings to this game, right? The developers told us that already, and I get a feeling there's a way to beat this game without breaking any of the golden rules. And at least for this playthrough, I already broke the golden rule, so you know, I'll probably get a different ending than what's associated with not breaking that golden rule, but that's fine. I'm playing through this blind. I don't really know what I'm doing, and it probably shows. So he became golden moving this boulder. It's just stuck like that. I like doing this extra exploring. And there's a lot of areas where you could just sort of jump off and kill yourself. That lady, she doesn't even need the poison. Just come over here. What's this? A door locked. Huh. Alright, let's go save this guy. Or at least attempt to. I've really been sort of bungling up some of the dialogues. Okay.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Octavia. Wait, didn't we... Wasn't someone just talking about Octavia? Maybe I got that wrong. I'm feeling a bit on edge. I'm fine, thanks. Actually, I really need to talk to Ulpius. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Okay, I gotta talk to this other guy.
Well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Hey.
Oh no. No.
I can't move. I can't do anything.
Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Alright, yeah, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Oh, boy. Okay, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
It's wrong and you know it? I was just gonna ask you what's wrong. No, I think you have the right to die if you're suffering badly enough. I don't know anything about this guy. You're gonna lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I think you have the right to die if you're suffering badly enough. That seems like I'm pushing him over the edge. Let's try and just see what's wrong. What's wrong?
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Was that my fault?
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived.
Suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
I wonder... What? Jump? Well... I said I would listen to the whisper. And... Alright, here we go. Oh,
Thank you. I am delighted
Wait.
and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes, thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored. Elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Did you
All right.
just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
All right. What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
The golden rule is definitely real. What makes you so sure it's not real?
The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real?
Oh, I don't want to get on his bad side. Let's talk about something
As
else.
you wish.
Do you know a way out of
I'm
here?
afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
What do you think about the golden
You
rule?
mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants? I'm
right.
Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this,
Well, I guess we have to challenge him.
I'm glad these good.
So let's do that.
By the-
Oh wait, it's gone.
I
All right.
trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Huh. Interesting. So I didn't get a chance to challenge him because I ignored that option the first time, and now the option's gone. Okay. So, note from Ulia. A suicide note. Presumably directed at Malleolus. Julia to her captors, Malleolus and Claudia, curse you to the depths. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead, because death is preferable to another day in debt bondage to you. May vultures peck out your livers in Tartarus for all eternity? Alright. Produce bowl. These carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servant's problem. A small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for production. So, a little confused on what I'm supposed to be doing now. Alright, well, someone's crying. Don't know how to get in there. This door's locked. What? Is the exit over here?
Magistrate, is it? Yes, thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to be elected your magistrate. And now...
What am I missing?
You again.
Okay.
I'm afraid not. I'm Malik. I'm glad these good. Biding. You. I trust through.
Through the door this time? Wait, oh. There's a key beside the door. Okay. There it is. Got it. Can I actually take the key? Alright, so that means we probably don't have to jump in here anymore. Into that pool. Can I open this now? Aha. Okay.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Can... I know where to keep your valuables. Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
What's your
I
story?
think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private.
Do you know a way out of here?
Probably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
What do you think about the golden
I
rule?
think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave.
Alright.
Finally! This is outrageous.
Ink jar? Ceramic ink jar. The ink appears to be made from soot and water. What is this? Bust? Oh. A sculpture of Ares, the Greek god of war, known to the Romans as Mars. Who's this one? Sculpture of Minerva, the Roman goddess of strategy. Probably shouldn't look through that right now. Alright, let's get out of here. Can unlock this door. Thank you for the key. Alright. How do I set my quest? Let's see. Well, I can go talk to this guy again, because there was an optional thing to talk about Ulysses.
I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Chris, and we've had this conversation before.
Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that
That's right.
not right? If so, what happened?
Oh. I broke it.
Broke it? Why in Pluto's name would you do that?
I was trying to save someone's life.
Well, it seems you failed spectacularly. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you sought me out again for a reason.
Yeah. So all the options reappear as if I've never talked to him. Because we've been through all this. Alright. I was hoping to ask you some questions about my investigation. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Can we talk about who's going to break the golden rule?
What is it?
Really? I think I know who it is. Wait, what? Well, he's dead. It's obvious.
Why did you say that?
I believe he was seeing Scintilla in secret before she disappeared. I expect he knows what happened to her.
You suspect I confess, I don't have a lot of sympathy for opiates, but you're going to need a lot more than suspicion to get to the bottom of this. It looks like you'll have to continue your investigation. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Do you know way out of here?
I'd have led these people out of here already.
Maybe I didn't ask these before. What's your story?
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome.
Decurion?
Helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
What's a
It's a
decurion?
cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
Why, you're still wearing
As
it?
magistrate, I usually wear a toga. But today, I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you. So, it seemed prudent.
How'd you end up
My
here?
men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest.
How did
I
you
was elected
become the
7
magistrate?
months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead. Very well.
What do you think about the Golden
I've
Rule?
had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the Golden Rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
Sure does.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Alright. I need to figure out how to set the active quest, so let's figure that out really quick. Controls, bindings, objective guide X. Wait, where are you guiding me to? Oh, up here. This feels a little like cheating, the whisper thing, just telling you what to do. But as I said before, there's probably a way to beat this game without taking any advice from this thing, and you'll most definitely get a different type of ending. Oh, I got that pulley too, which I can use to get around a little bit easier. Alright. Where do we go? Going this way again? Yeah, it wants us to go back up here. I speak with their tongues. Alright. Up here? Locked. Where do you... I don't understand. He wants me to jump again? I mean, I just came from here. I guess we'll do it again.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and you again. I trust you through.
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheeky little stirkers? If I can't... What now? Whatever.
Okay, well I went to where that thing told me to go. Yeah, I'm a bit confused. Let's just go explore a little bit then. There's this. This lady's in my way. I can't get in here. This is the bar, I think. Or tavern. The priestess. Alright, this is Livia.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Okay.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
They
about.
never do.
Do you know a way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Do you need help? Just say, I see. What do you think about the golden rule?
Bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Right.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them. Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Aurelia.
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication.
Oh, stop it. No, please go on. Don't waste your breath. I know you're a horrible person. Not interested. Sorry. And you're as charming as you are beautiful. Sure, let's butter her up.
Coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
Oh. What? You came on to me.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
What's your story?
let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Alright. Do you know a way out
No,
here?
normally I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
That's cute, but seriously, do you know a way out?
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
Not interested. I know it's a scam. If you have a way out, why haven't you used it yourself? Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped in here knowing a way out? Yeah, I know it's a scam.
Ha! It's hardly my fault if people misunderstand the terms of a deal. I mean, it does say, let the buyer beware, right outside my tavern.
What do you think about the golden
I
rule?
just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Heard any interesting gossip?
Certainly. For 10 denarii.
Sure.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
Here's another.
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is. Whatever you like. All right. See ya.
Beer? A large vat for brewing beer. There's a layer of
stay
small
away from my
insects drowning on the surface. That's disgusting. Brass mirror. The brass has been polished into a rudimentary mirror, which has been used for applying makeup. Cool. Vial. A small vial containing a rudimentary perfume made from flowers and oil. Locked. What's she doing? She's washing the walls?
Ixion turns, just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world. So this place accepts all the souls, but it does not notice the crowds that come.
Alright.
The bloodless some the
Do you need help?
help me. You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more. The newly arrived are ignorant.
No, I don't want to steal anything. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Dice tower. A metal dice tower designed to stop people from cheating when rolling dice. Clearly, cheating must be a problem among Romans. I feel like I'm learning more about little trinkets in Rome than I am about what's really going on here. I don't know where I'm going. Oh. Down here now. What's that? Oh! Something here. Oh, it's the little butterflies again. You want to give me some help? No? Well, I don't know what to tell you about that. Seems like there should be a way to get up here, right? No idea. Got something here. What's this? Old chest. Another statue. Alright, how do we get out of here? There's some stairs over here. Yeah, I'm not sure how you're gonna get it in there. It's like an alcove in the wall. Unless there's a back way in. She will guide you.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Yeah. Oh. How do I access my inventory? Tab. See the objective markers for a given quest. Click the eye icon beside it. Alright. I really want to do this one. How do I... There we go. Alright. Oh. Well, it's active, but there's no clues on what to actually do. Let's head up there and see if we can find something. What is this? Coin pouch. Thanks. Who are you?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
What's your story?
Talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions, the 6th, the one they call Ironclads.
How'd you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
The fires? Or are you still wearing your
Because
armor,
we're all
legionary
in
armor?
danger. Is it not obvious?
Alright, why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Not much of a talker, are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
Are you suffering from... Oh!
Nobody is supposed to know about that. Did Lucretia tell you?
I figured it out on my own.
Look, I haven't been at my best lately. All my joints ache constantly, and the pain. It has a way of messing with your head. I get stirred up by things that shouldn't bother me, and then there's the statues, and my doubts about my faith. And I just want to scream. You want to help me? Do what Lucretia hasn't been able to do. And find me something to make the pain go away. Until then, get out of my face.
Alright, well I think we have to help this lady who's stuck in the palace here first. And then she can help Rufius. What is all this? This game doesn't feel like a platformer at all. Oh, what is this? It's inspecting the fountain way below. Alright. Okay. Hold chest. Seek a bow. Well, I think it's telling me what I need to do. I gotta do the bow first. Jeez, okay. Obtain a bow. Alright. You gonna help me with this? How do I obtain a bow? Yes, please do, because I don't know what to do. This way.
Help! You have to do something! A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
How? I don't have a weapon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Maybe we shouldn't meet in there?
We don't have time for this. I have to go.
Never mind, I don't know what to say. Oh, you're dead.
The shrine is collapsing.
Thanks for the bread. Warning.
Fabia, no!
Shrine may collapse at any
She's
moment.
dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her! Oh, Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl! I can't believe she is dead. Fabia, I mean. She walked into that empty shrine, and the next moment she is lying dead under a pile of rubble.
Yes, I was standing here.
Cruel and unjust.
So what happened?
She was like a daughter to me. I'm sorry, friend. It's not right for me to lay my burden upon you.
Alright. Really? I can't talk to him anymore? Is he just gonna...
Can't believe she's...
Yeah. Alright. Yes. There's a door right here. What's in here? You know what? It actually feels like I'll probably have to lead that guy over here to the shrine. Alright, let's go talk to him. I'm sure this is not going to go very well. Oh boy.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Christmas, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
I don't know a Quintius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
Oh boy. Got it.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
We're just a small community of strangers who wound up here by accident. Why don't you put that bow down and you can come and see for yourself. None of these seem ideal. Probably telling him to disarm himself is not gonna work. He seems pretty on edge, so we're just a small community of strangers.
A small community. I was told Quintius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
Wait, what's a mystery cult? You've got the wrong idea, we're not cultists. Let's ask him what a mystery cult
Don't
is.
play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quintius did, those days are numbered.
You've got the wrong idea.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not keeping it a secret. We're all trapped in here. I'm still looking for a way out. We're all trapped in here, or I'm looking for. I mean, they seem like the same. Yeah.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave?
We can leave if we want. Well, yes. It's not that we're not allowed to leave. We physically can't leave. There's no way out.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not a mantra, it's a warning. Yes, because it's true. No, lie.
A distinction without a difference.
I mean, none of these answers are ideal, are they?
This nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
There were once people who were turned to gold as punishment.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
You're just starting what I said. We didn't turn them to gold. A god did it, and we don't know which one. Sure.
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our god told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
I have no idea who or where he is. What can you tell me about Quintius? What's it going to take for you to let this go? Gold, take all the gold you want. I wouldn't help you even if I did know who he is. Let's ask him who this guy is.
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur.
Oh, buddy, I got your guy. I know who this is.
Cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Yeah, I got your guy. How do you know he set fire to Rome? That hardly means he did it. Archaeologist insight. Perhaps the Emperor was looking for a scapegoat? Oh boy. Sure.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me
yeah, let's
where
tell
he
him.
is or not?
Actually, I do know where he is.
Suddenly it's all coming back to you, is it?
Yes, he's in the villa right at the end of this road. He goes by Malleolus now.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Is he just gonna slowly walk? Can I get your bow? Is he really gonna walk this slowly all the way over there? Can't move. He's gonna have a run-in with that gladiator. The developers couldn't make him run.
What now?
I'm here for Malleolus. Who might you be?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Oh God.
Then go through you, I shall.
It's real!
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Malleolus, who might you be?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go
Oh, jeez. Seems I bungled that up too, didn't I? I wonder if I was supposed to go warn Malleolus. Who knows? Yeah, it's not always clear what you're supposed to do, is it? It's just sort of a lot of trial and error, I guess. Is he gonna talk to me again? Yep.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
Chris, and I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Sounds serious. I'm listening.
Julia's dying, but Lucretia can't help her without this Sylphium. Take some of it and go quickly.
Julia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
That's it, now go as fast as
I'll
you
go,
can.
but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Okay. Who's this?
Ave. A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
What's your story?
Oh
What was
my.
that?
I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Oh, okay, so she should help me with the old lady. Sorry, what should I have done?
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
Alright, how'd you end up here?
No, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious and sent me in here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
Oh, yes it did. It's an older name but not uncommon where I'm from. It carries negative connotations where I'm from.
Why is that?
Because of the memes.
The memes? What are the memes?
A meme is a small image you share with other people. They become a bit like their own language.
So, a bit like Egyptian hieroglyphs then?
Yeah, something like that.
So your people make hieroglyphics depicting this accursed character, the one they call Karen. I wonder if... No. I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Right. I'll do that.
Good. Thank you.
The fire and jumping in the river? Yeah, I've already seen that pattern.
I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
I may have already noticed a pattern.
You have? Then what is it?
Yeah, they all mention a river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
Some people mention a coin.
I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? What else?
The memory lapses.
True. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. You mentioned earlier, you met a young woman in the forest named Karen, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood?
She was wearing a hoodie. How could you have known that?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Oh. Oh, it's not safe in there. An assassin just arrived.
What? How could you know that? And why are you talking to me instead of doing something about it? Please, go and stop him, and come back to me once we're no longer in danger.
Okay. Maybe... Can we...
Here is proof of a degenerate. What is it, citizen?
Maybe we can get one of these guys to help?
All right.
Where's our boy? Need your help. Need a weapon.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Yeah.
We have? Wait, if I must have... Is that about...
We've had this conversation too, and I'm in a hurry.
Rather brash, but all right. Why have you sought me out?
Yeah. Alright, he's not gonna help us. Maybe if we go tell Malleolus.
Don't mind me. I just live here.
We'll go tell his boy first.
Hey, Horatius.
There he is.
How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Centilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
Huh. As if I'd be afraid of you, little man.
Alright.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day. He's not here.
Where is he?
Dunno. The little Caput murder escaped earlier this morning, while I was taking Yulia to the clinic. He can't have gone far, but if you find him, Tell him the punishment he gets for coming back on his own won't be as bad as if I have to go looking for him. Whatever.
Thank. Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want? I'm Malleoli. I'm glad these bite it way. Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
I'm reliving the same day over and over again. The golden rule was broken each time. I found a book called The Myth of the Golden Rule. Whoever wrote it obviously died because they refused to accept the golden rule. What would it take to prove to you it's real? Books, notes. Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. Isn't that a good thing? Here's a book.
You mean that book next to a golden statue in the theater? Tell me, how do you know that statue wasn't put there by Sentius himself? You can't know, can you?
Gosh. Alright, I'm really living the same day.
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer.
Gosh, what would it take to prove it's
Surely,
real?
you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
All right.
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
See, nothing I say is going to convince
True,
you.
but that is simply because you are mistaken.
All right.
I trust you can.
Let's get out of here. So these guys aren't going to help us. I think we just have to go back to the assassin. Maybe we can.
How did you get in there, you cheeky?
Maybe we can save that lady first. Is that a statue? Oh.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
My nation doesn't exist yet. I'm from beyond the edge of the known world. You never believe me if I told you. We'll go with beyond the edge of the known
Then
world.
you are an explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
What's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why set up a tailor shop here?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Yeah, more or less.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
Okay, Georgius. How'd you end up
A
here?
good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you floated down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat.
Okay.
In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that Trapdoor Temple. And here I am. Anything you like.
Do you know a way out of here?
Not so loud. What are you playing at?
Sorry.
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
The last attempt?
Then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
Alright, just go on.
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Why hasn't anyone done that yet?
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Jeez.
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus.
What can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Sounds simple enough.
Doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
I know, I've seen it happen.
The voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothes, do they not?
Who are you gonna vote for?
My friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Maleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I do to change that?
Comes to my mind, my friend.
Right.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Okay, I'm gonna have to save it here. Gee, Georgie just went on and on. And next time we come back, I'm gonna confront the assassin again, and hopefully we can figure out a way to stop him from coming through and steal his bow too. We'll save. New save. And yeah, until next time.